What's up guys, Express here, back with another tutorial. Now I have another tutorial, another text effect in Photoshop. Now this text effect is a neon style, it's kind of cyberpunk style as well, with my own kind of spin to it. I thought that was a really interesting idea to do. First you want to do is of course create a new file. I just have a 1080 document, just a screen size, but you can do this on a header, banner, YouTube banner, whatever you want. And also again, every shortcut that I use you'll be able to see in the left corner, so you can easily follow along. So you just want to type in your text. I'm gonna type in, okay, I'm just gonna make sure I don't edit the previous ones. I'm just gonna type in neon for this tutorial purpose. I'm gonna select that. I have now Cyberway Rider. This font will be a link in the description, and the color of the font doesn't really matter about now. And what you want to do is you have to have at least 3 main colors. What I have is a basic pink color, a basic blue color, and a basic yellow color. So I'm just for this tutorial purpose, I'm just going to make little rectangles for these colors. Just use, if you want, you can use whatever color you want. It doesn't have to be these 3 colors. So what you want to do then is click on the text, double click on the text, on the layer text. What you want to do is remove the fill opacity and just put a simple stroke on it. As you see here is the blue, but you want to take the pink one first with positioning outside and a size around 2. Then what you want to do is have an outer glow with of course the same color. That's why you have these squares in the left corner, so it's easier to get your color. You want to have the size around 70 and your opacity around 20, something like that. You also want to have an inner glow with something less visible, so the same color again, with an opacity around 16, noise 9, and the size around 20. So you have something basic. This is basically a basic neon style. So yeah, what we do is copy the layer text, double click on the layer, remove the inner glow and outer glow, and you want to make the stroke a bit thicker, around something like 5, and want to put it on the inside. Okay, then you want to right click, rasterize layer style, so it's a normal layer. Then you want to go to filter, radial blur, you want to put it around 90, want to put it on best, and press OK. Then you'll have something like this. What you want to do is drag that below the first layer, press Ctrl T and make it a bit smaller, something like this, and then Ctrl J again, and then make it bigger, maybe something like this. And then I'm going to lower the opacity a tad, duplicated the first text, Ctrl J, then double clicked on it and made the fill opacity a bit thicker, but with the color overlay of a black, and also the opacity a bit lower, like you have something like this. Is duplicated the text again, change everything to blue, so the inner color as well, the stroke as well, and the outer glow as well, to the secondary color that you have. And you want to move that whole thing to the right and a bit to the bottom, like so. Then you want to duplicate that again, and then change every single color of that to that specific other color. So that yellow color that you have now, you want to change that to that color. There you go. And you also want to change the positioning of that layer with the arrow keys to the right and to the bottom, so you have something like this. I think that looks very nice in my opinion. What I've done with that is also I lowered the opacity a bit of the inner glow and outer glow, so the size I made it a bit smaller, and also the opacity a bit smaller, and then the inner glow I'll stick the same, and then I just made the opacity also a bit less of the duplicated secondary color. Is I made this like special background especially for this neon text, and what I've done is actually I just merged everything together, everything while holding in shift, and then Ctrl J and Ctrl E. Then I want to go to filter, distort, wave, and you want to create a wave number generator around something like 50, and then wavelength or something similar to this. Press OK, and you'll have this awesome background in my opinion. Move this layer all the way to the bottom, so this is your background. Then you can press of course Ctrl U to change the background color to whatever you want. And also I'm going to make it a bit bigger and move it a bit more in the middle, like so. Just Ctrl T, select everything with holding in shift, Ctrl J to duplicate, Ctrl E to merge everything. Again, go to filter, distort, wave, and you wanna, if you wanna have a lot of waves or like little effects like so. I think this one looks very nice. So if you want to have these settings to make it look like this, just copy what I did, and then you have this little effect that I quite like on top of the text on a screen. I'm going to take my brush, of course, and make the side ones a bit less vibrant. Then what I want to do is press Ctrl U, yellowish greenish color, I guess. Then I'm going to press Ctrl J. I'm going to change the color of that again. Press colorize, and then the overall color changes with it, of course. Okay, I'm going to move that whole overlay with the arrow keys and the move tool, of course, a bit to the right, like so, and a bit upwards. Then I want to Ctrl J again. I'm going to move them first to the positioning that I like. And then, of course, I'm going to change that color with a Ctrl U to something different, I guess, like so. I quite like that effect on top of my neon style. I just took a brush, make the color white, and just had a little dab at the end, and then I put that on a screen, lower the opacity by quite a lot actually. What I did then is every single color that I used, I've done the same thing. Had a little dab at the back, or we can maybe put that on top. Let me see. Yeah, maybe put that on top with a lower the opacity tab, and then do that again with the yellow, maybe at the left, and then maybe with the blue at the right. Put that on a overlay or soft light, it's up to you, and then also lower the opacity just a tad. Okay, like so. I'm just going to duplicate that. I'm going to put that on the screen and also lower the opacity by a lot. That has a light effect on top of everything, in my opinion. I made a new layer, and at the bottom I had like a little pink light coming, maybe a bit bigger, like so. Make that a bit more to the bottom, and also lower the opacity just a tad, like so. And with the shift, so you click the first layer, then you scroll to the bottom layer holding shift, then Ctrl J, Ctrl E, so everything is merged. Then you're gonna press Ctrl T, flip horizontal, and then you're gonna lower everything down, make sure the positioning is right. Going to put that on a screen, of course. Going to filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and we're just gonna blur that a tad, like it's the reflection of that specific text. Yeah, just gonna blur that around 3.8, 3.3, and lower the opacity as well. I'm going to move it a bit more down. Also going to take my eraser and erase these extra effects, and I'm going to erase the bottom side of the text as well. Colors, we don't need them anymore. We can have like some more color correction. You can add if you have this little circle, you can go to brightness and contrast, pop up the contrast a bit, and pop up the brightness a bit. Then also what you can do is pop up the vibrance as well, like so, maybe not too much. What you also can do is go to hue and saturation and change the color of the whole over project, which is also a nice touch in my opinion. If you have like a color that you want, or more a specific color, is always up to you. Then you also can take the brush with the black color to remove the hue and saturation color. That's totally up to you though. Also at the end, I just put some darker sides as well with a lower opacity. So select everything, clicking the first layer, scrolling all the way down, holding in shift, Ctrl J, Ctrl E. I'm just going to select layer via cut, so everything outside that project is gone. Then I'm going to do Ctrl J. If I go too fast, you can always pause the video and go back. So Ctrl J to have that glitch effect. You have the RGB channels, you just move the G or the B, or just the G, or whatever, just remove one or remove two. Then you want to move the whole over layer to the right and to the bottom, or to the left, to the bottom, whatever, and you have the little glitch effect. If you want to do another one, you just press Ctrl J again, maybe you press the B with it again, and then remove the whole over project to the other side or something like that. There you go. That is basically what I did. I think it looks very cool. I love this font with this neon kind of style. If you have any more ideas for tutorials, let me know. Non-anime related or anime related, but I kind of want to head to the non-anime related bit more. But I'm thinking to making a YouTube banner for anime, because you guys are absolutely smashing my comments with that. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you learned something with it. I hope you use it for your next project, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.